Hello everyone, welcome to class 4. I am your science teacher and today we will do a short revision of lesson 4, solids, liquids and gases. Then we will solve exercise of lesson 4. Now let me tell you learning objectives of today's lesson. This lesson will help you to learn about matter, to study different state of matter and to know how one state changes into another state. Now let's revise the topic matter. The matter is made up of very tiny particles and these particles are so small that we cannot see them with naked eyes. It has been observed that matter exists in nature in different forms. Some substances are rigid and have a fixed shape like wood and stone. Some substances can flow and take the shape of their container like water, while there are forms of matter that do not have fixed shape or size such as air. Thus, the matter can be classified into three categories based on the physical properties: solid, liquid and gas. These are three states of matter. Everything around us is called matter. Matter is anything that has weight and takes up space. All the living things such as birds, animals and plants and all the non-living things such as chairs, tables, balls, air and water are matter. All these things have their own weight and takes up space. Now let's revise the first state of matter, solid. Solids are substances in which the particles are packed very close to each other. Solids are usually hard and have a fixed shape. Pencil, book, chair and marbles are examples of solids. If we apply force, some solids can change their shape. In solids, particles are tightly or closely packed. The gaps between the particles in solids, particles are tightly or closely packed. The gaps between the particles are tiny and therefore it is tough to compress them. Solids have a fixed shape and volume. Now there are few characteristics of solid. Solids have fixed shape. Solids have fixed volume. Molecules or particles in a solid are very tightly packed. We cannot compress it. Solids are heavy and solid do not flow. Now let's revise second state of matter, liquids. Liquids are substances in which the particles are not very closely packed. Unlike solids, they have no fixed shape and can flow. They take the shape of the container they are poured into. Water, milk and juice are examples of liquids. If we pour some orange juice into a glass, it will take the shape of the glass. If we pour it into a bowl, it will take the shape of the bowl. Liquids can flow from one place to another and so are also called fluids. Now let's revise few characteristics of liquid. Liquid has no fixed shape as it takes the shape of its container. It has fixed volume. Molecules or particles are loosely packed. It can be compressed. Liquid is lighter than solid. Liquid flows from one place to another. Now let's revise third state of matter, gases. Gases are substances in which the particles are very loosely packed. They too have no fixed shape. Unlike liquids, they occupy all the available space in the container. Air and cooking gas are examples of gases. Air is actually a mixture of gases such as oxygen, nitrogen and carbon dioxide. There are three characteristics of gases. Gases have neither fixed shape nor fixed volume. They are easily compressible. Molecules are far apart. Now let's revise the topic change of states. Means matter can change its form from one state to another. Like on heating, a solid becomes a liquid. On further heating, a liquid becomes a gas. For example, ice, a solid, on heating becomes water, which is liquid. On further heating, water changes into a gas called water vapor. On cooling, the opposite changes take place. When water vapor is cooled, it changes into water, which is liquid. When water is cooled further, it changes into ice, which is solid. Thus, matter can change its state from one form to another on heating or cooling. Now let's revise what is melting. The process by which a solid changes into a liquid is called melting. Let's start with ice cubes. Let's take some ice cube and heat it in a beaker. What you notice after a while is that the ice cubes are dissolving in its own liquid. As we keep heating, the ice cubes gradually become smaller and smaller and turn into water. This change of state is referred to as melting, and it is a change of state from solid to liquid. The process by which a liquid changes into a gas is called vaporization. Vaporization can happen by evaporation and boiling. Boiling process of change of liquid into a water vapor at particular temperature and pressure from all part of the liquid. When we supply heat energy to liquid, the particles start moving faster. At a certain temperature, a point is reached when the particles have enough energy to break free from the forces of attraction of each other. Now let's revise what is condensation. The process by which a gas changes into a liquid on cooling is called condensation. When you hold a cold steel plate over a pot of boiling water, you will see tiny drops of water condensing on the tray. Condensation is the process by which water vapor in the air is changed into liquid water. In other words, the water in the air, a gas known as water vapor. Now let's revise what is solidification. The process by which a liquid changes into a solid on cooling is called solidification. Freezing of water into ice is a form of solidification. If you fill water in an ice tray and keep it in the freezer, you will see that after some time the water turns into ice cubes. Now let's revise what is solute, solvent and solution. A solution is formed when two or more substances mix together such that they are evenly distributed. The substance that dissolves is called the solute. The substance in which the solute dissolves is called the solvent. A solute and solvent together form a solution. If we add salt to water, the water turns salty. In the same way, we can add sugar to warm milk and observe what happens. You will see that in both the cases, the salt and the sugar mix with the liquid and dissolve in it. Here, salt and sugar are the solute, water and milk are the solvent, and the salty water and the sweet milk are solution. Now let's revise separation of substances. To separate means to remove. Why do we wash our hairs? Yes, we wash it to remove all the dust and soil. There are two kinds of substances, soluble and insoluble. Soluble substances are those substances that dissolve completely in a solvent to form a solution. For example, salt and sugar are soluble in water. Insoluble substances are those substances that do not dissolve completely in a solvent. For example, sand and chalk are insoluble in water. There are many ways in which we can separate substances from a solution. Soluble substances can be separated by heating the solution. For example, salt can be separated from the salt solution by heating the salt solution. Water evaporates on heating and the salt particles are left behind. Insoluble substances can be separated. In filtration, a solution containing insoluble substances is passed through a filter paper. On doing so, the liquid passes through the filter paper, while the insoluble substance gets retained on the filter paper. For example, sand and water can be separated by filtration. An example of filtration used at home is the separation of tea leaves from tea using strainer. During sedimentation, the liquid is left undisturbed for some time. The heavy insoluble solids settle down at the bottom. This process in which insoluble substances settle down is called sedimentation. Then the upper clear liquid is poured into another container without disturbing the insoluble solids. This process is called decantation. Here, mud and water can be separated by sedimentation and decantation. Now let's revise. Choose the correct option and fill in the blanks. First, the particles are packed very close to each other in. The answer is solids. Which one of these? Take the shape of the container they are poured into. The answer is milk. Which one of these occupies all the available space in a container? The answer is air. The process by which a gas changes into a liquid by cooling is called. The answer is condensation. Next, the substance that dissolves is called. The answer is solute. Next, tea leaves are separated from tea by. The answer is filtration, because at home we separate tea leaves from tea using strainer, which is example of filtration. Now let's see, fill in the blank with the correct words. First, solid, liquid and dash are three states of matter. The answer is gas. Second, fill in the blank. All matter is made up of small dash. Options are droplets and particles. The answer is particles. Because all matter is made up of small particles and these particles are arranged in different ways in three states of matter, which are solids, liquids and gases. Third, fill in the blank. Dash have no fixed shape. Options are gases and solids. The answer is gases, because gases are substances in which the particles are very loosely packed, and as the particles are very loosely packed, they do not have fixed shape, and unlike liquids, they occupy all the available space in a container. Now let's see, fourth, fill in the blank. The substance in which a solute dissolves is called. The dash. The options are solution and solvent. The answer is solvent, because the substance in which the solute dissolves is called solvent, and solution is a form when solute and solvent mix together. Now let's see, fifth, fill in the blank. Insoluble substances can be separated from a solution by the process of dash. Options are evaporation and filtration. In filtration, solution containing insoluble substances is passed through a filter paper, and on doing so, the liquid passes through the filter paper while the insoluble substances get retained on the filter paper. Now let's see, sixth, fill in the blank. A liquid changes into a solid on dash heating and solidifying. The answer is solidifying, because if you fill water in an ice tray and keep it in the freezer, you will see that after some time the water turns into ice. Now let's see, seventh, fill in the blank. The process by which a gas changes into a liquid on cooling is called dash. Options are evaporation and condensation. The answer is condensation, because when you hold a cold steel plate over a pot of boiling water, you will see tiny drops of water condensing on the tray, which is the process of condensation. Now let's see 8th fill in the blank. The solid that dissolves in a liquid is called the dash. Options are solution and solute. The answer is solute. Now let's see 9th fill in the blank. In a solution of milk and sugar, milk is the dash, solute or solvent. Now let's see, write 2 examples for each of the following. First, substances that are usually hard and have a fixed shape, which are solids. Because solids are substances in which the particles are packed very close to each other, and that's why they are usually hard and have a fixed shape. Stone and book are example of solids. So here stone and book are example for the question substances that are usually hard and have a fixed shape. Second, substances that can easily flow and take the shape of the container. Water and milk are example of substances that can easily flow and take the shape of the container. Because if we pour some milk, water or orange juice in a glass, it will take the shape of the glass. If we pour it into a bowl, it will take the shape of the bowl. So here water and milk are examples for the substances that can easily flow and take the shape of the container. Next question, the substances that have very loosely packed particles, gas in the balloon and gas in cylinder. Fourth, solutes. Sugar and salt are example of solutes, as sugar can dissolve in milk and salt can dissolve in water. Now fifth, solvent. Milk and water are example of solvent, as if we add salt to water, the water turns salty. In the same way, if we add sugar to warm milk, you will see it turns into sweet milk. Now let's see, write one word for the following. First, a substance that has mass and occupy space is called matter. And matter is made up of small particles. Second, substances that can flow from one place to another is called fluid or liquid. The process by which a liquid changes into a vapor is called evaporation. The process by which a liquid changes into a vapor is called evaporation. Fourth, a solute and solvent together form this. Answer is solution. Fifth, separating insoluble solids from a solution using filter paper is called filtration. Separating insoluble solids from a solution using a filter paper is called filtration. The best example is the separation of tea leaves from tea using strainer. Now let's see, write solid, liquid or gas for the following statement. 4 statements are given. First statement, particles are closely packed in this. The answer is solid. In solid, particles are closely packed in this. Second statement, this is usually very hard and has a fixed shape? The answer is solid, because solids are usually very hard and have fixed shape. Third statement, the particles are not very closely packed in this. The answer is liquid. In liquids, the particles are not very closely packed like solids. Fourth statement, this occupies the entire space available. The answer is gas. Gas occupies the entire space available like air. Now let's see answer the following question. First, define matter. Any substance that has a mass and occupies space is called matter. Second, name the three states of matter. The three states of matter are solid, liquid and gas. Again, name the three states of matter. The three states of matter are solid, liquid and gas. Now third question, what is matter made up of? Matter is made up of small particles, and these particles are arranged in different ways in solid, liquid and gas. Means matter is made up of small particles. Now fourth question, define solids. Solids are substances in which the particles are packed very close to each other. Again, define solid. Solids are substances in which the particles are packed very close to each other. Fifth, define liquid. Liquids are substances in which the particles are not very closely packed. Sixth, define gases. Answer, gases are substances in which particles are very loosely packed. Again, define gases. Gases are substances in which particles are very loosely packed. Seventh question, what is condensation? The process by which a gas changes into a liquid on cooling is called condensation. Again, what is condensation? The process by which a gas changes into liquid on cooling is called condensation. Question number 8, define solute. The substance that dissolves is called solute, like sugar and salt. Sugar dissolved in milk and salt dissolved in water. Next question, define solvent. The liquid in which the solute dissolved is called the solvent. If you add sugar into milk and if sugar dissolves, means milk is solvent. So, the liquid in which the solute dissolved is called the solvent. Next question, what are soluble substances? The answer is soluble substances are those substances that dissolve completely in solvent to form a solution. Again, what are soluble substances? Soluble substances are those substances that dissolve completely in solvent to form a solution. Now last question, give any two examples of insoluble substances. Insoluble substances means those substances that do not dissolve completely, like chalk and mud. So chalk and mud are example of insoluble substances. So in this lecture, we have revised the topics like state of matter, change of state, separation of substances and solved the exercise of lesson 4.